Yo everybody, before we get started with today's video, I just want to give huge thanks to all the love and support for my recent 2 Loki videos. I really didn't think it was going to go all that well because it's my first time doing this, but we gained 61 new subscribers, and just look at all these comments, and I just want to say again, thank you so much, and you guys are making me want to make more content like this. And because of that, I decided to put something at the end of the video that you should definitely check out. It covers a lot of the stuff that we've done today, and it shows that it can be done. So let me know how you like it. So now with that out of the way, we can focus on the video, and we're going to be learning about DPS Loki. And a lot of you are probably like, what? He's a strategist. He's supposed to heal. What are you talking about? Well, that is true, and I'm not trying to promote that you should only play DPS Loki. If anything, today's goal is to show you the potential of what his DPS is capable of, and that way you can apply it as a Loki player to any situation at hand, to either defending yourself, to cover some DPS that you may have lost, and just keep a perfect balance of that DPS and healing. I feel like a Loki excels at that because he can do both, and if you only focus on one versus the other, you're kind of only playing half a character. So I went back to the lab, tested some stuff, and let me tell you, Loki can 1v1 with the best of them, but only really 1v1s, and let me show you why. So Loki by himself does not really do a lot of damage, and I think this is what people focus on. But, as Cap said from MVC3,
I need backup!
Yeah, you need backup to really do the chunks of damage that you can do. Like, whoa, I killed him in 3 shots. Let's focus on a couple other characters. Magic, down in 3. Punisher? Down in 4. Cloak and Dagger? Down in 3. Luna? Wow, down in 4. So this is the potential that you have with Loki. You do have to have all your clones though. But look, Storm fighting magic takes 4. Just a second ago, as Loki, we take her down in 3. Some things I'd like to add here. So some of you might be wondering, why am I only aiming at the ground near them? Well, you're not going for crit damage or anything with Loki, so hitting the ground, your basic attacks explode, so you can guarantee more of the hit. But be careful with this though, because if you aim too far away from them, yeah, the explosion will still hit them, but it won't be as potent, so it'll take longer to kill them. And for any of you that are wondering, like, why aren't you covering the tanks? Well, you're not really going to be able to successfully 1v1 a tank with Loki, sorry. But I'm going to leave you with the question that I ask my teams in ranked sometimes. Why are you focusing the tanks when there's healers and DPS around? Alright, let's talk some do's and don'ts. First thing, don't burn yourself out. Don't use all your abilities to where you have no way to get out or fight back or keep yourself healthy. So something to do is to keep it optimal. Watch my abilities here. So let's say I find somebody to solo. I only use 2 abilities right now, and then let's say I get the kill. So now their friends are coming. I'm trying to sustain within the healing so my other cooldowns go down. Guess what? I got my clone, never use my swap. I get out, and now I have invis, and I'm out. And in my opinion, this is the most optimal way to get a kill and get out. And for my FGC fans, just think of the ability management as meter management. Alright, since it was so like last time, I made some new combo combinations for the clones for you guys, and some new names. So this first new one is Emerald Terror, and the concept behind this is to use your clones to body block doorways or just them running, or to get behind them when they have a stun going on. So as a couple examples to give you a visual aid, this first one I use it to body block the Hela. She kind of panics, she's not knowing which one's me, and it ends up costing her the 1v1. So this next one is for the stuns. I see that Doctor Strange is about to ult, and I start laying out my clones behind the healer, and then I go ahead and take her out. This is not the most optimal way. It's better probably just to shoot them from afar, but this kind of just adds insult to injury. Another thing you can do with this is that if you see someone standing still, wake them up with some good stabs and tell them to get back to the game. So this next one actually comes right out of my comment section. Shoutouts to Darth Riley Gaming. This one actually took me by surprise. I didn't know you could stack your clones on top of each other to where they kind of phase in, and it just looks like there's just one there, but it's actually 2. So you can actually catch people in a little surprise that you're doing so much damage. This name goes out to Darth Riley. They came up with the name, and they called it Loki Shotgun. Now the best places to use this in testing has been either in doorways, at their spawn point, as bad as that sounds. But if you're running DPS Loki, it can really catch them off guard because it does so much damage. And at first it's really hard to react to because you're like, what am I getting hit by? And then you're dead. So again, really good in the newer map, right at their spawn point. Other good places, choke points, doorways. Just remember that you need to pick your targets. Don't just do it to anybody that walks through. So this next one I call Kronk. And it's only because you're sneaking past everybody to find that one person to kill. And it just always reminds me about that one scene in the movie where Kronk's sneaking around just trying to go kill Cusco. So here's an example.
Mission accomplished.
It's probably dumb, I know, but when I first tried to do this, that happened to me, and I just couldn't get out of my head afterwards. So I was just like, this is now named Kronk. So this next one I like to call the Fade, and the game plan behind this is more of a defensive DPS take. So you basically have someone chase you, you put a clone behind them, and then when they start to get closer, you go invis, and then you go ahead and teleport to the other one. So that way they're dealing with two in their face, and you're behind them that they have to run all the way back to get. So this usually works really well with some of the backliners, but if you ever take too much damage, you can heal, but this does leave you in the burnout state, if you will, and you don't have much options after. Alright guys, that was my in-depth look at some Loki DPS. I'm hoping you enjoyed or learned something from it, because I know I sure did taking this to the lab. And feel free to let me know in the comments below if this did help, if you enjoyed this kind of content. And just because we're ending here doesn't mean the video's done. I still have that montage that I made to show everything that we learned in this video and the others can be applied in real matches. So let me know if you like it, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.